Alright, what's up my Tascam 2488 Neo hippies? Today we're going to be working with the virtual track section of the Tascam recorder. The way that you access the virtual track section of the recorder is by clicking Shift, holding it down, and hitting the highlight VIRTTRK track button. Once you hit that, you will get this screen. That's the virtual track assign screen. As you see, we have physical tracks 1 through 24, but the Tascam is actually able to record 250 tracks worth of information. But you're only going to be able to physically hear 24 of them. Now, helpful hint here. Let's say you are trying to exchange one of the stereo tracks. In this case I chose 21, but you're trying to exchange 22. Just double click on the 21 22 select button and you'll get 22. Click again, 21 22. Alright, now that is a helpful hint just in case. You can always rewind this video and check that again. Now, in my case, today, I'm going to go back to physical track 1, for which I have information already recorded there. I want you to hear it so that you can see what I'm trying to show you in this tutorial. So I'm going to hit play. Alright, so that's what's recorded on track 1. I'm going to hit Shift and VIRTTRK again. And you're going to see that my physical track 1 is highlit. Now, what I'm going to do is cursor down to track 26, where I recorded different information. I'm going to trade that information with track 1. So here I go, clicking enter, and now if you notice, the arrow is on track 26. If I do this, nothing happens, but that arrow is on 26, so that's the physical track 1 is now track 26. I can hit shift and title and name that. Let's see, I just change it to URAC. Okay, now I hit enter. Now physical track 26 has been renamed, and virtual track 26 has been renamed, and it is now physical track number 1. I'm going to click enter again, and I have an option of just clicking play, or I can exit out and then you hit play, and you'll see there's absolutely different information there. Now, for those of you who need me to show you how to do this, I'll show you how to put the information back, which is the same procedure, but for sometimes I'll get a few personal emails where people are like, how you do it? And it's like, well, just the same way backwards, but in this case it's just the same way. You hit shift and VIRTTRK, and then you cursor back up to the track that you want to exchange it with. Now I'm removing URAC 26 from physical track 1, and I'm just placing physical track 1 back in its place by hitting enter. Now I'm going to hit no, exit, and hit the play button. And it's all back. And that's how you use virtual track. Now, for those of you who are asking yourself, why would I ever need that? You would need that if you're like me. And let's say you record 6 tracks of drums. So tracks 1 through 6 have drums on them, right? And you've also recorded two guitar parts on tracks 7 and 8, and maybe a couple acoustic parts on track 9 and 10, and then on 11 and 12 you did 11 you did a lead vocal, 12 you did a bass line. That's kind of how I do it anyway. And then here you have a synthesizer, and you have 21 through 24 open. Well, I can't record anything on these, so I need to free up some tracks. You would take your go with virtual tracks, take tracks 1 through 6. So I'll remove these 1 through 6, and then bounce them to 24, 23, 24, and now you have stereo drums. Just scratch stereo drums, and you have tracks 1 through 6 open. You can sing all your background material, right? So you trade 1 through 6, instead of erasing them, you trade 1 through 6 to virtual tracks, 25 through 32 or whatever, and then you go ahead and record those background vocals, comp them, do whatever you need to do with them, and then go ahead and take that information and bounce that to 23 and 24, and then replace all your drums back on tracks 1 through 6 or 1 through 8, whatever. And that way you still can have control of your drums, and you have a stereo mix of your vocals, and you still have a full mix of your vocals if you want to use them again or mess with them a little bit later. So that's the reason why I use virtual tracks. It gives me more flexibility. I don't have to lose any of my information, and the best thing you can do when you're dealing with virtual tracks is to name the tracks. That way you always know what you're taking in and what you're taking out, or vice versa. Alright, so that's my thing on virtual tracks, and I hope this helps. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll make another video on it. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.